everyone, my name is Marie, welcome to my channel and welcome to another speed build. So for today's video, I am back in the world of Ciudad Enamorada, of course, the new world with the Luststruck expansion pack. I did warn you that I definitely had a couple more builds coming up in this world because I'm enjoying it so much, but thankfully a lot of you seem to still enjoy it too, so that's good. And for today's video, I'm actually building two houses on one lot. It might not look like it yet, but in a minute here, I'll flip the build around and then I'll plonk another one, an identical one, right next to it. So essentially we have two small townhouses in a row here in the kind of like city town. Well, it's not like the downtown area where the penthouses and the like community lots are. There are some community lots here too, but this is one of the more like the quieter neighborhoods, not the suburban one, but I guess the one that's not downtown, not suburban, but the other one. You know, I'm not really sure what to refer it to or like what to call it at the moment, but I really like this area. It's kind of city-like, but at the same time, not like downtown, like a really big city or anything. It's a little bit more cozy in that sense, and I just really like this area, and I really like this lot too. And I thought it would be perfect to do two small townhouses that are identical and just plonk them next to each other. And as you may notice, or maybe not, I'm actually copying one of the debug houses that I saw around in this same neighborhood, but you can't see it from this lot. It's visible from one of the other lots in the other neighborhood where there's like a couple smaller houses just like very close together in a street, and I really love that area. And I saw this exact shape of house for one of the debug houses there, and I loved it so much that I felt the need to kind of recreate it and kind of like actually build it, because it is a debug house, so you can't use it, but I loved the shape of it so much. I thought it had so much character, and it was different from any other thing I've ever done, really. So I just really enjoyed the shape of that house, and so I kind of copied that over one-on-one, and I turned it into a real functional house, two of them actually, because it's very small. So these two houses are only 1 bedroom, 1 bathroom houses, and they're very affordable, which is nice. I turned it into residential rentals, obviously, because it's two houses on one lot, so that would be ideal to use it as a residential rental, so you can actually have two separate households live here. I think that is going to be so fun. And one of them, actually, the second one that I furnished, is on a starter budget. So it comes in, I think the lot value for that specific rental is just over 16,000 simoleons. So I'm not exactly sure how that works, but I think that's the amount of money that you have to pay to first move in to like kind of buy all the furnishings in the house, I think. And then on top of that, of course, you're gonna have your weekly rent, I think. I'm not sure how much the weekly rent for these houses are, but for the second one that we furnished, I know for a fact that you can actually move into that one right off the bat on a starter budget, and I think you're gonna have a little bit of money left over too, so that is really nice actually. So the first one that I furnished is a little bit over starter budget. I think I saw the lot value for that one rental, I think is just over 26,000 simoleons. So still not bad. If you have a couple of sims on a starter budget or maybe they have like a little bit of savings, then you're already good to go to kind of move into the more expensive one. And then the other one is starter budget. So you can use that one right off the bat. If you're starting a fresh Let's Play or save file or whatever, then you can use it. And I was really trying to blend in this lot with the surrounding area. I was really going for that like city sort of style. As you can see, there's no grass. I just placed tiles on the entire lot to kind of make it blend in with the sidewalk a little bit more. The townhouses do each have their own little backyard where there is a little bit of grass, but it's more of like a flower box kind of look and feel, I guess, where I just placed some greenery. And yeah, I was just very much enjoying placing little details on these houses. I went for seasons windows for the most part because that's actually the windows that were used on the little debug building too. So I thought that was the most fitting, and I thought that was a really good look for these houses. So I literally just copied that over. I'll see once we do a little tour of the place. I'll load into the other lot too, so I can show you the debug house that I was going off of for these two homes. But yeah, I just think it turned out so fun. I think it turned out pretty realistic too. Everything is very small. And it's not like by no means the nicest homes. As you can see, I'm using the wallpaper with the chipped paint, which I actually think is very cute. I love whenever I have a chance to use it. I think it's so realistic. So I use that. We have some chipped paint and just some cracks and things on the walls. But yeah, still very cute and cozy and kind of realistic as well. And I'm very happy with how these houses turn out in the end. I had to quickly pause and turn on my fan. So if all of a sudden you hear like some white noise in the background, that's my fan that's going because it is really hot here. You could probably already hear that for previous videos too, but I never acknowledged it. But yeah, if you've been hearing some white noise in the background, I'm not sure if you can actually hear it that well, but that is my fan. It is currently really hot here. Summer has definitely started and it's just really hot here at the moment. I'm also going on vacation soon. I'm getting completely sidetracked right now, but maybe that is interesting for you to hear that I've actually been pre-recording these videos. I'm not exactly sure when this one's going to go up, but it's definitely going to be when I'm actually on vacation. So yeah, I'm currently, at the moment as I'm recording this, I'm going on vacation tomorrow. So I'm just trying to get these voiceovers done and get some videos pre-recorded and scheduled so I don't miss any speed build uploads. That was my goal and I think I'm gonna make it. So that's actually really good. I won't have a pack legacy episode. I think at this point when you're watching this, when this is live, I will probably have posted a little something on my community area on my channel where I'm updating you on the fact that I'm on vacation and that there won't be a pack legacy episode. I was really hoping I could find the time to pre-record a pack legacy episode, but unfortunately it was just a little bit too much. I had some speed builds to do and then I also still had work and I just didn't end up having the time to pre-record pack legacy, but it'll be back next week if you're wondering or if you actually watch that. That'll be back next week, so that's all good. But yeah, here we're getting started on the very first house on furnishing it, and as you can see, I did skip over doing the layout for the apartment, like the floor plan. But it's very simple for the most part. It's just an open floor plan, and then we have a tiny bedroom and a small bathroom and also a small little entryway. And then there is an extra little space in the back where we have a door leading into the backyard. I wasn't sure what to do with it. Ideally, maybe it'll be really cute to put laundry in there, but I was really trying to keep an eye on the budget for both of these houses actually, even though this one's not starter budget. I was still really trying to keep an eye on the budget and not make it too expensive. So I decided against putting laundry, but it would be a really fun area to actually place laundry. I just decided to turn that extra room in the back into an office for this house, and for the other one, it's more of like a storage area for now. The other house you'll see is, well, I mean, it's completely furnished, but it looks like someone has just moved in, and that is sort of what I was going with, and also a nice storyline to really keep an eye on the budget and definitely keep its starter budget, because it's not like fully finished and it's kind of just like someone moved in with all their boxes and they have the bare necessities, but that's it. So that's what I was going for with that one. But with this one's more just complete and cozy, and I was imagining a couple living in this house. Maybe this is a couple's first house that they moved in together. They definitely don't have all the money to buy the nicest furniture and stuff. And also it is a rental, so it comes just with the kitchen that it comes with and the bathroom that it comes with. Like, they couldn't pick that. These houses are also more on the older side of things already, so everything is a little bit dated when it comes to the kitchen and the bathroom and stuff like that. More so the kitchen, really. The bathroom is really not that bad. If I'm remembering correctly, it's actually kind of nice, but it's just very simple. So that's what I was going for here. And then in the living room, we definitely have some mismatched colors that I thought was fun. I'm using this base game couch and then that chair in the corner from the Love Struck pack. I love that chair. I've been using it so much, but it's just so good. I think it's such a cozy chair and it fits in little corners like that perfectly. It's so simple, but it's so cozy and aesthetically pleasing. I really like it. So yeah, for this floor plan, as you can see, we have a small living room set up here behind, or kind of by the kitchen, I guess. There wasn't enough space for a full-on dining table in here, so I didn't end up doing that. There's an outdoor table or a dining table in their outdoor space in their backyard, but they do have island counters, so I feel like that works out just fine. If you wanted to, you could probably very easily shuffle around the furniture a tiny bit and add in like a two-seater dining table behind the living room, for example, where I placed some bookcases. I feel like you could definitely get away with that, but I just kind of liked the idea of there not being a dining table in here, and then I just placed some island counters, and then that works perfectly fine too, in my opinion. Or maybe these Sims enjoy having their dinner on the couch watching TV. That's probably what they'll end up doing in gameplay, realistically, and I think that's really cute. But here, as you can see, we have the kitchen kind of built around that little archway leading into the back room, and I really like the layout for this kitchen. It took up a little bit of space though. Like, the kitchen is a little bit bigger than maybe it needs to be for how small the house is, but I just really liked the layout like this. It looks very inviting and open, and then there's just enough space for a small living room too, so I feel like that did end up working out in the end, even though the kitchen is maybe a little bit too spacious. But I don't know, maybe the kitchen is important for these people or for the way these houses are laid out. And then here for this house, in this back room, I turned it into an office slash hobby room. So we just have a desk with a computer on it. And then I also placed a guitar, and I think, yeah, I put a little hangout chair there. That is like the cute little guitar chair. Maybe one of the Sims living here is trying to teach themselves or just learning how to play the guitar in general. And they like to sit there on the old chair that looks very thrifted, so I really enjoyed that. So they have that, and they like to sit there and practice their guitar, maybe. And then here we have a very small bedroom. I didn't really have a lot of space in here for a lot of decorations and things, but I did end up using this really pretty bed from Lovestruck. I'm obsessed with this bed. I think it's so, so pretty. I love the color swatches it comes in. I'm missing a couple neutrals, but if you're going for like a more colorful room, then I feel like it makes sense. But yeah, I'm definitely missing a couple of neutrals sometimes when I try to use it in a more neutral space where I do mind the mismatched colors a little bit more. I wish we had a couple more neutrals to play around with, but I love the colors that we have, and this more like plum color one, or burgundy, I guess, is really nice as well. So yeah, in this bedroom, we just have a bed, a dresser, some nightstands, and some decorations, and then that's really it. And then over here is the bathroom. I'm loving the green for the bathroom, the green floor tiles, and then the green accent in the wall tiles. I'm using the exact same bathroom colors and just furniture in the next house too, but I do think I swapped out their shower for an ever so slightly cheaper one to really bring the cost of the house down. But yeah, I feel like maybe that's realistic. Maybe the people in this house, or maybe the landlord, got the shower renovated for this one because it was broken and not the other one. When I do residential rentals like this, I really like to have a sense of to just like have the same kitchens and bathrooms and stuff, like plumbing and appliances and stuff, because they're rentals, so that's what the house comes with. And I feel like for these houses it would make sense, just like with apartments, to have the same sort of stuff in the spaces. So that's what I did. As you can see here for the second house, I already laid out the kitchen because it is essentially the same. I just used a slightly different swatch for the countertops. I was going for a more moodier, I guess, color scheme in here. It's a little bit darker looking. That's mostly because of the green wallpaper that I'm using, but I love the color scheme in here. For the first one, I was thinking the couple that moved in probably freshly painted everything to make sure it's just like nice and fresh looking, but the person moving in here, they literally just moved in. I was going for that classic Lovestruck storyline where someone has just gone through a breakup and they were either kicked out of their old house or where they lived with their partner or spouse, and they needed something else to move into quickly, and this was the first thing that they could find and that they could afford as well. So they moved in here, and they barely have anything to kind of move into the space. So what I went for, as you can see, is a lot of the basement stuff where it's just very old thrifted pieces and then just some boxes and stuff. So someone moved in here with barely next to nothing when it comes to their belongings, just the clothes that they have and like that's basically it. Maybe some other personal items, but that's it. So they definitely had to hit up the thrift stores to find like the bare necessities, a coffee table, a couch, maybe a chair or two, a bed even, a dresser, like that sort of stuff. They didn't have any of that, so they had to go to the thrift store or secondhand stores, or like get stuff like hand-me-downs from family or friends. That is essentially what I was going for here. They have sheets for curtains in the bedroom, as you can see. That's sort of a vibe. I think you get the gist, but I really enjoyed this. I definitely want to do more for this storyline. I haven't really explored this a lot, just with this, like, furnishing this rental, but I think it'd be fun to do a really small apartment for someone who's just gone through a breakup that is very messy and just only has like thrifted and secondhand pieces or hand-me-down pieces. So yeah, that's a really fun storyline for me to furnish. You can really tell a story that way. So that's sort of what I was trying to do without spending a lot of money, because I definitely was minding the budget for this one. So their back room here just has storage. It just has some shelving, some extra boxes, and some extra things that maybe they own. And in the kitchen, you can see a lot of like, or not a lot, but you can see like a pizza box and some takeout food, because they haven't found the time or the motivation to like cook for themselves, because they're probably really struggling at the moment. So that's what I'm thinking. The sim probably loves to work out. I enjoyed placing a little punching bag here in the backyard for them. And then just the stuff that the house comes with. There is a small grill here that maybe belongs to the place, a little picnic table that the previous renters probably just left there. I thought that would make sense. And then they just have a little welcome mat, and then that's it. So let's jump into the game and I'll show you the rental. So before I give you a tour of the place, I quickly wanted to show you the debug house that I based it off of. So here you can see it. This is off of another lot in that same neighborhood, and this is the house. You can see that it's pretty much identical. I did the little chimney on the side. My window situation that I ended up going for is a little bit different, but you can see the seasons windows on this, and then those taller windows in the back. And I did go for a different window situation in the back here, but there is this little back door with the staircase. So yeah, this is essentially what I was working off of, and it's pretty much identical. I just turned it into a functional build. And then here we have my version of it. It is obviously a little bit more detailed than a debug build, but it's essentially exactly the same shape and the same size too. I think this area looks super cozy. I love that there's small apartment buildings around. There's also an empty lot over here that I really want to do something for. Maybe another like apartment building with smaller starter apartments could be a thing. Let me know if there's something in particular you would want me to build on this lot here. But here are my two little rental houses. I kept the surrounding area like on the lot pretty clean. I just did a little bit of landscaping. I placed a couple of benches. I parked some bikes here. I thought that was fun. In this little alley in between the houses, I placed some outdoor trash cans. There is a dumpster back here as well, but that is a debug dumpster, so your Sims can't actually use that one. And then basically the same thing here on this side, just a nice tree with a bench, and I think that's a letterbox of sorts. For this first house, we just have this small front porch here where I placed a small dining table. I thought that was really cute. And then there's the tiniest entryway. I thought it'd be nice to have it closed off still, but it's just very small. It has a coat rack and a mirror and some knickknacks. And then you just enter into the open living, kitchen, and dining room. I think this one's very cozy. There is a small living room here. I'm loving this rug from For Rent. It brings in some extra color. We have some plants. Back here, there is a small bookcase. And then over here is the kitchen, and I guess also dining with the island counters here. There's definitely some color in this space with art and just decorations. A small coffee bar here in the corner, and then obviously the kitchen appliances here. Through this archway, we have the study or hobby space. Just very simple, a desk with a computer and a little area for your Sims to practice guitar. Over here, we have the bedroom. Again, very simple because I was still trying to mind the budget. It just has a bed, a couple nightstands, and then some dressers and some decorations in here. And then over here is the bathroom, which is also very simple, but very colorful actually. And it just has a shower, no tub. For their backyard, these people do have a a very cozy space here with a dining setup and a nice grill. They probably like to grill here. That's kind of what I was imagining with the weather being what it is. And then they also have some loungers here to do some sunbathing or some gardening here with the planter boxes. And then for the second home, the blue one, this is where the sim moved in that just went through a breakup and doesn't have a lot of personal belongings to furnish the house with. So they literally have old papers for a mat or rug here in the entryway space, which is pretty sad, but you know, that's just what they have to do at the moment. And then in here, as you can see, it is a little bit empty, but still in a weird way, it feels kind of cozy. For their living room, they just have the tiniest, cheapest TV ever, but they do still have a TV, so there's that. They have a really nice thrifted, I say nice, but it's kind of gross, but this thrifted coffee table that probably they got for free. Maybe they found it on the side of the road and they were like, yes, I need that, I'm bringing that home, that kind of a thing. A small bookcase here, and then just some other stuff, some boxes and things that maybe they still have to unpack. Then over here there is their kitchen, which is very empty because they don't have a lot of stuff. They did find an old coffee maker, so they have that. And then they've just been ordering takeout, you know, because they can't be bothered. They're going through something and they just don't really want to cook right now. Through this archway here, there's no cozy curtain for this one. We have a storage area, which in the end is probably gonna maybe be an office or maybe a laundry space or something, but for now they just have storage. Maybe the previous tenants left this shelving unit and they can use that now. Then over here is their bedroom. I used the classic bed from Lovestruck that looks not great. There is some stuff under the bed as well. They have sheets for curtains at the moment. They have the tiniest, oldest dresser ever. Definitely some boxes still going on here. And then a mirror and maybe some paintings that they found that they can use at some point when they feel like making the space a little bit more personal and cozy. And then in here is that same little bathroom as I did for the previous house. So yeah, there's that. And then for their backyard, not a lot going on here. They do have a punching bag and a grill and then a picnic table, but for the rest, it's just very, very simple. And then as you can see, the first rental, which is the blue one with the blue outline, has a unit value of just over 16,000 simoleons. So I feel like you can move in here with a starter budget. I think that's how it works. And then the second one, the pink one, comes in at just over 26,000 simoleons. So still really not bad. I wasn't able to actually add the backyards to the units because as you can see, it doesn't count as a room. So this is technically a shared space. Maybe you'll find your neighbors just like using your grill or something, but you know, that's just how it's gonna be. So these affordable townhouses are up on the gallery as a residential rental. As you can see, I used the side of the lot as the front of the lot. So the thumbnail on the gallery is this, which is just very sad, but that's what it is. That's how it is sometimes. It's okay. The value for the entire thing is just over 81,000 simoleons. So that's what you would have to pay if you were the landlord to this thing, I guess. And I built it on a 30 by 20 in the world of Ciudad Enamorada. So if you want to place it in your game, then that is where it goes. But that's going to do it for today's video. So I really hope that you enjoyed this one. You can obviously go ahead and download this build off the gallery. Like I just showed you, my username on the gallery is Simmary Sims. You can follow me on Instagram and on TikTok if you'd like. My username on there is Simmary Sims as well. If you're not subscribed to my channel already, feel free to do so. And if you would like to get notified of every single time I upload a video, just click that little bell icon and you should be fine. I also live stream over on Twitch a few times a week. So if you're interested in that, go ahead and give me a follow over on twitch.tv/Simmary Sims. So I just want to say thank you so much for watching and I'll see you all in my next video. Bye.